And we should be back. So hello people of the internet. It is I, SolarActDragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are going to continue Section 5. If you're watching this on YouTube, hopefully this is just the following day. And if you're watching this on Twitch, then it literally has just been a minute, and this little introduction thing is kind of weird. Also, I just noticed, what's this notes? I have proof, J6! Proof! Era of the High Queen 2019. Proof that this is wrong. Castoria should be 18 going on 19. Alright, anyways, Section 5, Fragment 3, Sheffield 1. So that just means Castoria isn't the child of prophecy. Dun dun dun! Hey, we're back with MASH. So Section 5 is the MASH story. There it is, Nice. Sheffield, the biggest hub city in all of northern Britain. What an incredible citadel. Is that a castle up there on the hill? That's right, it's the only place with ramparts like that apart from Camelot. Did you know there's something special about Faerie Britain's ramparts? They're also mountain fields. The fairies that build them up take a lot of time making sure they come out just right. Basically, nobody can get past these walls except through the gate. If the gate's open, you're free to pass. If it's closed, nothing's getting through. Those are the rules these kinds of magic walls are built with. Plumbing and windows aside, as long as you can keep the gate protected, everything inside there will be safe. I mean, that would be nice. They say Boggart's the one who had all this built, including the castle. Boggart? Is that the Lord of Sheffield? Sure is. He's also known as Boggart the Braggart and Boggart the Loveless. He didn't just lose the battle to decide who would lead the Fang clan, he's also so unruly he got kicked out of Norwich. So he was the one running... he was once in the running to lead the Fang clan. He must be quite the fairy then. Braggart speaks for itself, but why is he also known as Loveless? Because he swore off marrying for love, and now only takes human women as his wives. Every fairy he's married in the past all hated his guts. The only reason he lost his mana, battle with Woodwoes, still cannot say Woodwoes. That is such a weird name. Why? Please tell me, J6, you've seen this story in JP. Is that the proper translation, or is it supposed to be Woodrose? Because Woodwoes just makes me think that it's a child trying to say it, or that it is that's the proper thing. That's such a weird spelling. It makes me think of the Uwu stuff. And his money game with Spriggan is because his wives betrayed him. When they were done with him, he didn't have any place left to go. Ever since, he's only taken human women's wives to say at least slaves will never betray him. So that's why he's called Boggart the Loveless. If you ask me, though, I think he still wants love. He just doesn't trust it anymore. I see. It sounds like he's been through a lot. That just makes the fact that he still managed to build an amazing castle even more impressive. You really have a thing for castles, huh, Ines? Maybe you really are from the upper-class world, then. Well, she literally can summon a castle, so... Is there anything coming back to you yet? It'd be great if you can at least tell us where you're from. No, I still can't remember anything from before you all saved me. But I do get the feeling I had something very important I needed to accomplish. Well, of course you do. You're the child of prophecy. You're the Tamlin who's going to keep us all safe, the one who's going to save all of Britain. I hope you're right. I've seen so many different sides of Britain on my way here. I know it's been less than 10 days since we started traveling together, but I've seen enough to know that it's a beautiful, beautiful country. If this power I possess really is meant to keep this country safe, nothing would make me happier. Hey, Wag, Rob, we're going to have to go through the checkpoint soon. This is our last chance to let her go. I'd say we call a go-between and get this over with. Oh, right. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to go into Sheffield right now. You find Woodwoes pitiful, but you hate him at the same time. Well, don't spoil it for me. But then again, we've also come this far. It wouldn't hurt to stick together for a little more, right? Huh? Aren't we going to introduce Ines to Boggart, Rob? Then, of course, we're going to go to the castle. Fine, just do what you want. We only started being merchants because we couldn't cut it out as thieves. This kind of merch was always going to be too rich for our blood. The possible foe as well. I don't know. Foe not coming with us, but then this white wolf appearing, you know. Maybe this white wolf is this Lostbelt's version of Cathpog of Foe. Just saying. And so the fairy's cart stopped in Sheffield. At this point, Sol was still sleeping in the Nameless Woods, and Da Vinci had just become acquainted with Mike, the pub owner in Salisbury. Okay, this takes place a while ago. Interesting. So, wait. Okay, so... Mash got out of the Nameless Woods first, then. I vaguely recall the story saying that we had slept for, like, more than a week at the beginning of things. Obviously, the story isn't being told linearly, but... So... Excuse me. So, Mash got out of the Nameless Woods pretty much instantaneously. So, we are, like... So, she could be anywhere at this point. Oh gosh, what if she's in Camelot with Morgan? Oh, if they make me have to fight Mash... No, do not make Mash side with Morgan. Do not make Mash side with Morgan, please. In my heart, I could not fight Mash. And so this other child of prophecy made her way into Sheffield, none the wiser that they were in the midst of a rebellion against the High Queen Morgan. That little girl is the child of prophecy. Yes, Mr. Braggart, sir, we're sure of it. She's got iron armor, an iron shield, a dangerous-looking iron pipe, and she's strong enough to smash boulders. Please don't ask us where she came from. That's her secret to keep. But we're positive Anais here is the child of prophecy who's going to save Britain. So we're hoping you'll treat her well, and appraise her accordingly. Idiots, did you really think you could pull one over on me? That girl is no fairy, she's a human. Huh? Anais is a human? You're joking, right? Right? She's got just as much magical energy as a fairy. Besides, no human could possibly be that strong. Not necessarily, it's very rare, but there are some humans who are also fearsome warriors. That girl there does smell like a fairy, but she also has just a whiff of human about her. You must think I'm a fool if you really believed you could pawn such defective merchandise off on me. Here in my city of Sheffield, liars are no better than criminals, and fraud is a crime punishable by death. Guards, arrest these merchants and have them hanged. You can throw the girl in the prison cell. Sir, yes, sir. Save us, Anais. Mash to the rescue for her friends. Farms. Yes. When we initially went to that ranch and I heard what that main factory was for, I was very much going to be pissed if Mash ended up there. I'm sorry, but please stand down. And Rob and Mike are not liars. I can't remember anything right now, so I don't know if I really am the child of prophecy or not. But if they believe I am, then that's what I'm going to be for them. So if you're going to treat them like criminals, I insist you treat me like one too. How's this girl so strong? Get the Fang soldiers over here. She's too much for us alone. Whatever you do, keep Lord Boggart safe. Hold it. No need for that. This girl means us no harm. That's not what I was kind of getting from that, honestly. Seems you weren't pulling a fast one after all. Very well. I'll hear you out. Go ahead and give the merchants their payment. Now, what is your name, brave girl? Oh, Robin Wag called me Anais. It's a lovely name. Anais. Oh, do you generally make a habit of eating children? No, they forgot. No, then forget about going by Anais. You there. Are there any guards who can still move? Yes, sir. The others are still numb from that earlier attack, but I think they're more or less recovered. Take this girl to Habit Rots? That's a weird name. Tailoring workshop. Then once she's ready, take her to the royal chambers. I've never seen a woman like this one before. Well, I'd rather she had more meat on her bones than that. That attack of hers was a sight to behold. Today is your lucky day, girl. You'll be my Am I gonna have to skin a lion? I'm gonna have to skin a lion, it seems. So she came to the fairy who would serve as her final bastion. The workshop of Habitrot, the ever-cheerful fairy beloved by Avalon and Sheffield. Happy Cat, please don't be mad, Happy Cat. Happy Cat. I know you've got a lot on your plate, but Lord Boggart's got a new job for you. And you think pussyfooting around will make me say yes? I already told you not to bring me any more work. I didn't come here to stitch together armor and spears and bags. I came here to sew dresses, damn it. Yeah, I do know that Mash isn't wearing her Ortonex's outfit. She mentioned early on that it was starting to malfunction, so I'm guessing she probably just unequipped it. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm Lady Goddamn Habitrot, the greatest dressmaker in all of Britain. Excuse me? Boggart said I was supposed to get changed here? Right. Happy Cat, did you finally lose it? I mean, you've always been kind of a mess, but... Right, finally, a job worth doing. At last, my waiting has paid off. Don't tell me Boggart wants to make this girl an outfit, right? I'll have it done in less than no time. I mean, just look at how cute she is. That settles it. I'm making her my bride. Am I gonna have to stomp a small pink imp down, too? You're gonna be marrying her. You're not marrying either of them! Oh, don't pay attention to her. This fairy's always been a little off. She just showed up not too long ago after we started looking for a fairy who could make bridal dresses. She's definitely good at her job, but she's also pretty, well, weird, old-fashioned, unflappable. I'm still not sure she fully understands what we're rebelling against Morgan here. Still, she is good at her job. She's always claiming she's a friend to all brides or something. And that's me, Habitrot the Spinner, professional seamster. This fairy's all about helping blushing brides before their big day. But never mind that. I'm all set to get started, so let's take your measurements. Hey, I wasn't talking to you. Go on. Get out of here. Give us some privacy. And tell Boggart he'll have to wait another day. He always thinks these kinds of things take less time than they do. Got it. How about some milk? Should I bring it by later? Of course, I deserve a reward for all my hard work, after all. And don't forget to heat it up. Warm milk. Can she, though? I don't think she's fought in this Lostbelt. I know, she has fought. She fought in her Ortonax outfit in the very beginning. Hi there, young miss. It's okay. You don't have to be scared. This is all happening so fast, you must be totally bewildered, huh? Well, don't worry. I'm on your side. After all, I'm Habitrot, friend to brides with bright futures ahead of them. Everywhere. No more stuffy iron armor for you. I'm gonna make you the best dress ever. Thank you, Habitrot. I'm Annis. Oh, right. Boggart said I'm not supposed to use that name anymore. Is Annis the name of someone special to him? Annis, huh? Yeah, that's definitely not a good name for you. There used to be a scary fairy called Black Annis who went around abducting and eating children. Yeah, an Annis hag is, I think, something in D&D. Hey, congrats on finally splitting Doman straight down the middle. He didn't even get to do his final trump card. But yes, join the 6th Lostbelt. Join it and be merry. You don't need a name like that. Let's see. Pardon me. I knew it. I'm gonna call you Mash. You're alright with that. Okay, I hate to say goodbye to Annis, but Mash sounds fine too. I don't know off the top of my head. But why did you pick Mash? Because it's written on your shield. See, it's right here on the inside, in chalk. Wow, you're right. And in such big letters too. I can't believe I never noticed before. Oh, Mash. So you're responsible enough to write your name on your things, but you forgot your own name. That's funny. And so she regained her true name, but only in the most superficial sense. It would still take some time before she fully returned to being Mash in both name and soul. No, I do not recall that name being mentioned. Okay, now that your measurements are all done, it's time to get to work. Oh, do you have any preferences when it comes to color and stuff? I know your armor is mostly black, but I bet you look great in white. Habitrot began happily cutting away with her scissors. Day turns to night. Night turns to day. And the next day, the best time of Habitrot's life came to an end. Uh-oh, that's ominous sounding. There, all done. You can open your eyes now, Mash. Go on, take a look in the mirror. Oh, that's... Please. Please tell me we get this outfit for Mash. Holy cow. That is so good. This is such a good looking Spiriton dress. Oh, this looks awesome. This is thumbnail. This is the thumbnail for Section 5. Already decided. Future me, remember this. This MASH image. Section 5 thumbnail. Also note future me. Include a dead lion in the image as well. A dead white lion, whose name might name with Braggart. This is wonderful, Happy Cat. I love it. It's easy to move in, warm and still very soft. It almost feels like I'm wrapped in stars. I can't believe I'm getting such a lovely outfit so soon after I got here. You must be the luckiest bride in the world. You're not a bride, Mash. Not yet. Morning, Mash. That's great. I'm so glad to hear that. And now our story begins in earnest. For the time being, the girl was no longer a shield-bearer, but a lady, the envy of everyone. Thus began our days of splendor and delight, easily one of the few and most peaceful times in all of Faerie Britain. At least for the short time it lasted before Sheffield Castle was razed to the ground. Oh! Okay. That's ominous. Yet. Yet is the keyword. Also, support only for this one. From the moment the first rays of morning light lit the sky, Sheffield's castle town was abuzz with excitement. Overnight, rumors of the Lord's new lady, the knight in iron armor, had spread news in a flash. They said she was more than a match for both the Black Dogs and the Moors, and that she was even stronger than Boggart himself. More on that later. Did you hear about her new lady yet? They say she even sent Lord Boggart flying, and he withstood a blow from Gawain. Isn't that amazing? The merchants who brought her here say that she's the child of prophecy. If that's true, we might actually be able to go back to Norwich. Oh yeah, I got a peek at her in the castle yesterday. She's definitely the real child of prophecy. You can tell she's no ordinary fairy. There's just something different about her. I thought my heart was going to melt when she smiled at me. She might even be as much a beauty as Lancelot. Okay, that's okay. That's kind of hilarious to think of. That's a hilarious sentence right there. That is a hilarious sentence right there. You hear that, Wagon Winky? The whole town's talking about Annis. I mean Mash. And Boggart's paid us a boatload of cash for her. We'll be set for all winter this year. Too bad we can't see Mash anymore, though. I didn't think she was going to live in the castle. I thought we'd all be together forever. Don't be stupid. We just gotta wait, be patient. Boggart's bound to get bored of her eventually, and when he does, we'll take her to Edinburgh. You just know Riaba up north will pay even more for the Child of Prophecy. Come on, not you two, Rob. Wag I can understand, but you? Mash is just merchandise. Now that we've sold her, that's it. We're done. There's nothing tying us together anymore. Hey, Mordred, welcome to the stream. I'll be things. I say we leave Sheffield before it's too late. The longer we stay, the harder it'll be to make our escape. Escape? Why do we gotta escape, Winky? We got money now, right? Aren't we gonna stay here till spring? Yeah, Mash protected us. Nobody's ever protected strays like me and Wag before. Yeah, I mean, they didn't really kidnap her in the end. I mean, Rob and Wag seem to think Mash is more of a traveling companion compared to Winky. Although, you know, they still have a very high chance of burning to the ground if anything happens with Boggart. So we're going to stay here until we return the favor, but if you want to go, Winky, you can go. You're not like us strays who drifted here. You're actually from the land of the Fae, and you're way smarter than us. You'll be fine on your own no matter where you go. You're giving me way too much credit. The more clever some twisted bastard thinks they are, the less capable they are of changing what they believe. But yeah, we might be skinning this white lion here. I'm hoping, praying, that we get the chance to skin him alive. I need to think of the most painful team comp possible. I think a Burn and Curse team is the way to go. Yeah, Burn and Curse. So, Summer, Jalter, and Shootin' then, I think. Might be... I'll break my, Lostbelt only servants or round table for that. The only reason I'm letting the townspeople believe that it different is because it suits me. Let me be clear about one more thing. You have no right to voice your opinion here. I'll need more power if I'm going to defeat Morgan. I'm also going to need the grace and dignity of a king. You're no more than an ornament to that end. All you need to do is stand by my side and be my beautiful queen. Yes, Lord Boggart, I'll conduct myself with dignity of a queen worthy of Sheffield. By the way, did you sleep well last night? I'm very sorry again for how rudely I reacted. Well, that, I don't have a scratch on me. Don't worry, your pretty little head over it. Now then, guards, I'm going to see how our soldiers' training is coming along at the barracks. Okay. So, it sounds like Mash beat him up before anything could happen. Just based on that. So that's good. Still skinning a lion, though. Keep an eye on my lady. Make sure she doesn't escape or leave the castle at all, for that matter. Me? I don't like this at all. Yes, Lord Boggart, leave it at us. Cruel as Boggart was, he was also an excellent lord. He spared no effort gathering mercenaries, training soldiers, and reinforcing his ramparts in preparation for his inevitable battle against High Queen Morgan's army. He made sure his army would be strong because he was sick of and tired of losing. Although he was internally driven by his fear of failure, at this time Boggart was still regarded as a good ruler. I never said it would be he would be alive when I skinned him. Aw, Mash is doing her best to act like an uptight lady. Realizing there's more to dignity than that. Aw, Mash. Lady Mash. Yes, I'm the queen. Do you have a problem with that? I know, my lady. So, you're Lord Boggart's wife, right? Which means you're now one of the lords of Sheffield, right? Well, with all that in mind, I have a favor to ask of you on behalf of your citizens. We've been getting lots of eyewitness reports of Moors spotted in western Sheffield, and according to the merchants who brought you here, the Moors have no effect on you. The Fang clan does have more resistance to the Moors poison than other clans, but it still hurts like hell. So if it's not too much to ask, we were hoping you might be able to ask for your assistance. So that's why you brought me all this way. Then I'd be glad to handle this. Since I destroyed part of the castle's wall. What the hell did you do, Mash? What the... Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Mash is very much resistant against this as well. I'm sure she'd be perfectly fine with it. Damn it, how are you so damn cute? That's not what's important right now. What do you think you're doing, Mash? What were you thinking, guard? When did things get so bad in the land of the Fae that we had to send our lady out to fight? I'm gonna tell Boggart about this, you know. But it's the duty of a lord and his wife to protect their territory, right? Besides, she's already evil as far as Queen Morgan is concerned, so... Are you calling my bride evil? You seen how cute Mash is? Yeah, Mash couldn't be evil. She's the happiest bride in the world. She wouldn't even let a butterfly or pick a flower or... Why are you wearing your old armor? You didn't rip my dress, did you? Oh, not at all. Don't worry. I'm still wearing your dress underneath my armor. It's gonna get all wrinkled. Now I'll have to make a new one. But that can wait until after we've taken care of this. I'm not gonna make you fight this battle on your own. I'm gonna be right there beside you. You can't do that, Happy Cat. If the Moors touch you, you'll... All you need is handle Moors with a little ingenuity. It's not my fault these fairies so they can't think for themselves. More importantly, my name is Habitrot. I don't care if the other fairies call me Happy Cat. You're not allowed. Huh? Why only me? Yeah, why only Mash? Also, so... Fairies these days, that makes me think Habitrot here is old. Level 100 Mashu! With an attack boost. Question mark, and NP gain. But Habitrot here. I'm guessing we're going to be summoning her as well. Restore HP each turn for all allies. Gain a great amount of crit stars. Decrease your own crit star gathering. 2 arts, 2 quick, 1 buster. So a support rider then. First skill is Spinning Luck A. Restore HP and apply default immune and increase crit star drop rate for 1 turn for a single ally. Swift Spinning Luck and Swift Spinning B. Increase arts effectiveness 3 turns and greatly increase NP gauge and decrease HP by 2,000 for yourself. She's a free reward. Really? No spoilers! Mordred. I hereby silence you to silence for 30 seconds for your spoilery ways. Also, I just realized how high health these Moors are. Alright. So... And this is a support Mash. She doesn't have... She doesn't have my command cards on her, it looks like. I'm sorry, is Habitrot here literally riding a blimp? because that's what it looks like. Go, crit Mashu. Mashu smash. Okay, Yep, level 1 Hundo Mashu. Mashu to Smashu. Oh, damn good smash. 10% crit chance too. Base Lord Camelot. Man, how long has it been since we've seen Lord Camelot? Okay, you also didn't know this was Camelot the first time you used it. I am very observant when it comes to my Mashu. Alright, let's see this NP of yours. That was something. Okay, that was a very simple NP. Yep, I noticed Smash is level 100. I did indeed notice. Ooh, gotta go with the strong mash smash more so than Habitrot here. Big numbers, mash, you can destroy these Moors. Alright, mash, do a final smash. That's my Mashu. I still love how, since even though I'm not here, I still get experience. Just while sleeping in the Nameless Woods, it's like, I feel like I'm a little bit more knowledgeable about how Mash can fight. And this is why I hate fighting all that work for almost no reward. That was amazing, Habitrot. I've never seen another fairy move like that. You think? Well, we artisans do need to be able to complete our surprise rush orders in a single day. Me, I can make a new bridal dress in the time it takes for the sun to set and rise again. That's why you call me Happy Cat the Speedster. I can't believe what I just saw, either. No wonder Lord Boggart holds you in such high regard. Did the Wind Clan make that spool of yours? But wait, besides Murian, the Wind Clan died out 1200... Okay. Okay, so that... I guessed that last section, that Murian was the last of her kind. But 1200 years ago? Damn. Murian, as in Game Master Murian. Didn't know she was still alive. Or maybe she passed the name on to her daughter. Well, whatever. Now that we've taken care of the Moors, how are you going to show your appreciation? And Habitrot here seems to be fairly old as well. But yeah, unless this is the daughter of Murian, weird. You gonna treat us like the kind of yummy lunch we deserve? I know we're not allowed to enjoy eating when Boggarts, but that won't be a problem in the castle town. Of course, I've been wanting to introduce Lady Mash to everyone anyway. Are you sure that's a good idea? Lord Boggart did say I wasn't supposed to stand out. It'll be fine. He won't be back until nighttime anyway. It was a big slog coming all this way, right? So it's only right we make the most of it. And the fairies of Sheffield love human culture, so they're not prejudiced against humans at all. Trust me, they're gonna love you down at the pub. They'll be happy, you'll be happy, and I'll be happy. Exactly, besides Lord Boggart prohibits us from treating humans like slaves. He says it's only fair since we've all been banished, so we really are all equals here. Honestly, I don't know what we would do without our humans. In fact, there's one human woman in particular I'd like to propose to myself. Huh? Is that so? I guess Sheffield really is all about freedom then. Here I thought he was just talking big about not doing things like Queen Morgan. I'm sorry, you said you were all banished. Oh, you mean you didn't know? This place used to be a ghost town up until 100 years ago. It wasn't until Lord Boggart and the rest of us rebuilt it that Sheffield became what it is today. We used to all live in Norwich, at least until its Lord Spriggan had us all banished. We wandered around for a long time with nowhere to go until we ended up here. Which is why we can't abandon Norwich now. We might have been banished from it, but it's still our hometown. So if the Queen isn't going to do anything about the Calamity Pool building up there, we will. That's why Lord Boggart's revolting against her. He wants to save Norwich before it's too late. While he has noble intentions, he is still going to die. Oh, she looks better with the hood down! Shortly before nightfall, the time of day known in your world as twilight, the girl stood alone on top of the castle walls, looking out over the land of the Fae. At the Isle of Britain, beautiful and lonesome as it is, stretched out under the endless twilight sky. I'm not sure which Mashu image to use now. What are you doing here? Have you forgotten the way back to the castle? Oh, hello, Boggart. The scenery here is so nice, isn't it? You will refer to me as Lord Boggart. I will not tolerate disrespect. And yes, of course, the view here is nice. It's so I can see any enemy forces that attempt to invade my territory. Though I suspect you and I are using the term nice very differently. This was a battlefield. In fact, the bloodstains have only recently faded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Not when I still don't know anything about this town. Does this... Yes, did you say something, Lord Boggart? Never mind. Does this scenery truly seem nice to you? Even with all these desolate hills as far as the eye can see, in a world ruled by fairies rather than humans. Yes, it does. It seems wonderfully precious. There's something very forlorn about the scenery, but something endearing, too. I can tell that everyone is suffering here. Rob, Wag, Winky. The people I've met in the other towns, the people of Sheffield, everyone. I don't know what it is that's causing their suffering, but I do know that in spite of it, they all consider this their home, that they want to keep living here, even if it's hard. That's kind of hilarious, Mordred, not gonna lie. If so many people still love Britain, I can't imagine it could be such an awful place. How shallow. This is exactly why humans are so difficult to deal with. Go back to the castle before you distract the soldiers in the barracks. I won't be back until late tonight, so talk to Habitrot if you can't sleep. Oh, did the stream just crash? No. I think my laptop might have just disconnected briefly. I will thank you for your concern, Lord Boggart. Don't thank him for anything, Mash. Wasn't that nice of him? Lord Boggart really is a wonderful lord, isn't he? Don't let him fool you, Mash. Good guys don't demand people call them Lord. You think so? I thought that was just to keep his reputation intact. After all, he looked very unhappy when I called him Lord before. What? That's even worse. Does that lionhead actually think he's some devoted husband or something? You're only married on paper. He's got no right to go around tricking my bride like that. Only on paper, so our marriage is a fraud. Does this mean I'm actually a wicked woman who's deceiving kind and earnest Lord Boggart with my feminine charms? No, Mash. No. Then I'm both the child prophecy and a femme fatale like no other. No, Mash, no! No, she's not. No wonder you're too much for Boggart to handle, especially since he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him. You're practically his natural enemy. Man, Boggart's predecessor must have gotten some real bad stuff to be in this predicament. What do you mean he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him? Well, it's all about fairies' most fundamental desires and unique traits. Humans' emotions change all the time. One moment they want to be loved, the next hated. Or they'll want to protect someone on one moment, then they'll hurt them the next. But fairies' desires are much less mutable. In Boggart's case, he uses his rational mind to keep his violent impulses in check. So he can't make full use of his abilities unless he's both hated and hating someone. Basically, thanks to who you are, it's impossible for him to be too aggressive. Thanks to who I am. So, Boggart and I will have an epic fight where he will die. Thanks to who I am. But I still don't know who I am. I don't remember anything about my past. I didn't even know my name until recently. Before I came here, before Rob, Wag, and Moonky began calling me the Child of Prophecy, I had no idea what I should do or even what I was supposed to do. No, for that matter. Did I even have a self before I lost my memories? Why do you ask that? There's only one thing I've learned from losing my memories. There's something missing in my heart, like there's a hole right through it. All the fairies I've met have had a purpose, something they intrinsically seek. Yes, I am. He's not a poor lion either. Some of them help others for money, some of them hurt others for money. But I don't have anything like that. Whenever I try to help someone, I always end up realizing the same thing. What is it I want right now? What is it that drove me to help them? I don't know, and it's making me feel very empty inside. I have a heart, so I know I can't get away with this forever. I don't think I was even aware of that emptiness before I lost my memories, but now I can't help but notice it. After all, I don't have any memories left to cover it up. Something was missing in me. No, that's not right. There's a gap in me that's long been ready to receive something, but I refuse to try and fill it. So I find it very hard to believe that there's anything I can do. Habitrap blinked in astonishment at the girl's surprised confession. Losing her memories was not all bad. It made her aware of a serious problem. Well, hey, most people don't really know who they are or what it is they want. So buried underneath everything, Mash has been underneath an existential crisis. I guess she must... I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that she's also partially responsible for wiping out 5 whole different civilizations of people. That would give anybody an existential crisis. They said that kind of thing becomes clear on your deathbed, but for better or worse, we're still alive. You need something to drive you, a goal you can be proud of. That'll also help you learn to love yourself. Focus more on killing Beryl. Maybe. I also do want to learn more about the various Tamlin and Morgan, because I've not rolled for them yet. I don't know if you've heard me say that, Mordred, but I've not rolled for them yet. I'm waiting to see how their characters develop. And currently, Gawain is the only one that it seems to be worth rolling for, because Morgan is with Beryl, and Tristan is sadistic, psychopathic, shopaholic, and has a mommy complex. Gawain, meanwhile, seems like the most sane of the bunch, is all I can really say. You need something to drive you, a goal you can be proud of. That'll also help you learn to love yourself. You said you have a hole through you, right? And you're not trying to figure out what you should do as a person, you're trying to figure out what you want to do. You don't see much of them in... That's weird, considering that they are the servants of this Lostbelt, then. But yeah, I'm gonna give until the end of this section of the Lostbelt to decide if I'm going to roll. Maybe that's not the kind of thing you notice when you're already leaning on others. This journey is going to be just for you, so you can try it to find it for yourself. Okay, so, in other words, I'm going to have to wait until... I should wait until the next banner that they have, which Lord knows when that will be. Don't listen to her too closely, she's going to bail before this is over. It'll be a long, long time before the girl finds an answer she's comfortable with. For the time being, the fairy's words were just meant as advice to cheer her up. In hopes that one day they'll form the core of the wheels you'll use to spin your own thread. Yep, on the 20th. 20th is when part 2 comes. And I hope to be done with this with part 1 before then. I have no idea how long it is, nor do I want to know. I want to be surprised when I hit the time gate. But this is the final section of this is the final arrow of section 5. Oh right, I almost forgot a very important part. Do you mind if we rewind just a bit? Who's narrating here? Just occurred to me that there is a narration. Been waiting for you, my lord. You must be tired after a hard day's work. Is that your attempt at playing the model wife, impertinent whelp? Don't think I don't see what you're doing here, clever lass. Playing along obediently will do nothing to change your fate. My only objective is the throne. Everything I do is in service of defeating the clans and killing Morgan. You're no exception, child of prophecy. I'm quite used to betting humans. I'm going to deflower you. In Sheffield guest house that was prepared for Mash. On the night the child of prophecy was clothed in a bridal dress and told to await Boggart's arrival. This is what happened during her first time as Boggart's 62nd bride. So that's how she destroyed a castle wall. Because he told her she could fight back. He's still gonna die. He is going to burn and curse and poison as I destroy him. What was that? Are we under attack? Lord Boggart! What in the world happened? The wall by the throne is ruined. Everyone come quick, the enemy is trying to kill Lord Boggart. Hold it, I'm fine. Don't call the other guards. I just slipped, that's all. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Still, it's amazing you're alright after falling 50 meters. Because that's why I call you Stone Lion Lord Boggart. I'm sorry, Boggart. I'll be right down. Are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm so sorry. I was actually nervous about all this. So even though you just lost your balance from being tired and were only grabbing my shoulders for support, you surprised me so much I had to shove you up with my hands. I never expected you to go flying so far. Mash, you sweet summer child. Oh, Mash. Just keep being surprised like that. Just keep shoving him, kicking him, punching him. He will die. He will die an excruciatingly painful, painful death. I promise. Guards, you are to tell no one else about this. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I didn't see anything, sir. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go back to my duties. Child prophecy is amazing. I can't wait to tell everyone about this. Oh, that guard. Boggart, would you like me to rub your back? No, don't touch me ever again. What kind of wife knocks her husband out of the castle on their first night together? The rumors spread overnight. They spoke of an iron woman who could even throw Lord Boggart from his own castle. They said she was strong, kind, and eccentric, a new Tamlin that no one had ever seen before. Good. Honestly speaking, if something actually happened to Mash, I honestly don't know if I would keep playing. Honestly, honest to goodness, I do not know how I would react. I would probably have to cool down for a while until I could figure out a team to burn Boggart to nothingness. There would be a lot of team building. Shootin and Jolter at the very least, but that just occurred to me that Shootin is poison. I need a curse dealer. Mordred, who is the most effective curse-dealing servant in the game? Please tell me. Who is the most effective curse-causing servant in the game? He's still gonna die. Man, Shuffle's been like a whole new town. Van Gogh. I might need to break my level up order just to level up Goey. Goey, we might be breaking level up order for you. Since Lady Mash got here, she's got rid of Morris for us. She's helped out with anything we ask of her. And best of all, she keeps Lord Boggart from acting up. It's like he's going back to his old self again. Not even the Queen's army can stop us, nor is as good as back in our hands. Toast to Lady Mash. A toast to Lord Boggart. A toast to our knight, the Knight of Sheffield. Cheers! Must be nice to be you, Wag. She's the Knight of Sheffield, huh? I'm gonna actually see. Where is Goey on the level up order? Mash the Child of Prophecy, remember? She's not just the Sheffield Knight. Sure, these princess clothes look great on her, but there's something special about her. She's more than that. If you ask me, Mash looks pretty elegant in that iron armor of hers, too. Are you jealous of Boggart now, Rob? Did you forget you were the one who brought her here? Okay, Goey's only at 2, so, you know, if I spend my own channel points... I've not done it myself, but I can level up Goey today, and then just call the stream here, and then the next time I stream, level up Goey again, and oh look, start of the stream, I'm gonna level up a servant, and look at that, Goey's at the top. Totally not any ulterior motives. That would be Ritra. I'm lazy and I have yet to get a picture of her on here. Just think it's sick how everyone in town is carrying on about her. I mean, I know it was kind of the same for us, but still. Every morning I see Mash looking up at the horizon up from the top of the ramparts, and she always looks so lonely. She used to smile all the time. She used to be real happy. It makes me wonder if maybe we made a big mistake. Is that so? So what? You don't think Mash is the Child of Prophecy after all now? She was just a lucky find at first, but just another piece of merchandise. Oh, thank you, Mordred. But then she started talking to us like we were equals, and before I knew it, I got attached to her. Me and Wag aren't from Faerie Britain. We drifted here from the outside. Interesting. New bit of lore drop there, so... You can come from outside of Faerie Britain, then. Very, very interesting bit of lore, that. We're basically flotsam. Objects, humans, sometimes even fairies. They wash ashore here sometimes. We're changelings, in a way. Flotsam, I've never heard that term before, but I guess it's pretty typical of Morgan's reign. We're not part of any clan, and we didn't spring up naturally. We don't belong anywhere. One day, Queen Morgan's soldiers caught us, branded us with command spells, and just let us go. They knew we'd die when we got squeezed by our existence tax at the end of the year, so they didn't even bother killing us. That's why I threw myself into this kind of work. I could find, no matter how dirty... Have we? You know what Wag's like. He doesn't even know what's going on half the time. Still, I'm like his big brother, so it's my duty to at least make sure he's got enough to eat. My only purpose every year is making sure we survive. At least that kept us from becoming Moors. But unfortunately, it also made me forget a bunch of things. Hesitation, uncertainty, compassion. Next thing I knew, I was in a full-blown bad guy and I could do whatever I wanted. Oh, Mordred, why did you only put 2 points towards Goey? Hey, J6, could you put maybe put some points towards Goey so that she can be leveled up, so I can be ready to burn, poison, and curse Boggart to nothingness? It would have been a lot easier if I just stayed like that. But being around MASH made me realize I'd forgotten my values after all. The Child of Prophecy is supposed to save the fairies of Faerie Britain, right? It's got nothing to do with us since we're truly a part of the same. I don't have any trot. So I'm sure she's not the real Child of Prophecy. The real Child of Prophecy would never save us. Anise may be a fake Child of Prophecy, but she's even better than the real one. But does this mean the reason you're still here in Sheffield is... What do you know, dummy? Go on, get lost. What are you even doing here flopping your gums? Don't you have some tailoring to do for the lady or something? Sure do. I'm Habitat the Spinner. Bride to all brides. Don't worry, I'll make sure MASH stays safe. And if I ever need help, I'll come to you first. Thing is, J6, I don't have Habitat, so... You're doing it for the future Habitats. Not scared of the Moors or the Queen. We're all going to keep MASH safe together. You're right, Winky. If we just parted ways sooner, this would have never... Huh? Winky, where'd you go, Winky? It's inevitable. Thanos thought that same thing, but, you know. 4th Platoon has returned from Edinburgh, Lord Boggart. They weren't able to meet with Can somebody please pronounce that for me? Can somebody please pronounce that for me? But they were successfully in their business negotiations. So they managed to procure the iron weapons then. Give the weapons to the fairies and take the armor to the human barracks. Just having humans around will be enough to empower our fairy soldiers. They don't need to take part in the fighting. All they need to do is stay alive. Yes, sir, I'll have the tailor fit them for their armor right away. Now, where's the Child of Prophecy? Down in the town again. I told her to stay by the throne. No wife of a lord should conduct herself so thoughtlessly. Who told her she could come and go as she pleases? Was it Habitat? If she thinks she can do whatever she likes just because I value her tailoring skills, she's gravely mistaken. Tell her about the Child of Prophecy that their next infraction will be their last. Knocknaria. Knocknaria. Okay, that's a lot easier to pronounce. I just need to remember it. Well, the thing is, sir, Lady MASH said she wanted to be of use to you as best as she could, so... If she wants to be of use to me, she should obey me. I'm the law in Sheffield, and any who refuse to abide by the law shall be dealt with harshly, regardless of their reasons for doing so. Hey there, boss. Heard we got some new gear, so I stopped by to make sure it isn't all just junk. What's got your fur ruffled, Lord Boggart? Oh, I see. You're all nervous because MASH isn't here, right? Hey, I get it. She's super strong, after all. So the army from New Lord Darlington that supposedly headed this way... Oh, he will never be summoned. As far as I'm concerned, he is lower than Kiara. You probably want her by your side to keep you safe since you're revolting against the Queen and all, huh? Don't be ridiculous. I don't need any protection. That girl would only make more trouble for me if she were nearby. Then it shouldn't matter where Mash goes, should it? I mean, all you care about is having the Child of Prophecy here in Sheffield, right, Boggart? You can't just keep your mouth shut, can you? You're lucky there's no other fairy around who can do your job, or I'd have twisted your head clean off by now. By now, letting the Child of Prophecy go wherever she likes during the day. But be warned, Habitrot. There will be consequences if you don't deliver on the promises you've been making. The iron cylinder that was brought here with the girl is similar to Morgan's spear, yes? Have you figured out how it works? Is there something we can use? I still have no idea how it works, but I think I can at least get it to fire. I'm not sure that's how it's meant to be used, though. Plus, just touching it makes me feel sick. Whatever that thing is, I don't think it's even supposed to exist. I can't imagine why Mash had something like that. Whatever it is, it really doesn't suit her at all. The Black Barrel! She has the Black Barrel. Habitrot, give Mashu her Black Barrel. She loves cannons. True, she has yet to even mention it. I suspect she's subconsciously avoiding it, running from it even. That's pretty sharp, at least for you, Lord Boggart. It's nice to hear your voice an honest opinion I agree on for. Never mind the Child of Prophecy. Can we use that thing as a weapon? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is a cannon and all. Do you know what cannon is? No. I see, it's a thing with a chamber that you pack with magical energy ammo, and then you can press and burn inside the chamber until something comes out. The only thing is, it takes a ton of magical energy to use, even though enough that most fairies would probably wither and die if they tried. So if you plan on using it, you'd better ensure you're the only one. Don't make your subordinates do it. No normal fairy could fire that thing and hope to survive. Who you just heard? He is lower than. Never said anything. Oh. Until this lion is dead, burned, gored, cursed, and nothing but ash, he is the lowest of the low. I will not even speak his name anymore. The lowest of the low does not get their name spoken, so long as they exist. So since Kiara isn't the lowest of the low right now, her name is able to be spoken. But as soon as this one is dead, then she will go back to her previous title. That's perfect. It'll be an excellent way to demonstrate that I have what it takes to be king. Should have known I couldn't get anything through your thick skull. But anyway, getting back to what I said before, it looks like the Queen's army is finally about to make a move. Are you ready to face them? What will be your strategy, O great Lord of Sheffield? I'm not going to even speak his lines out loud. You can read them yourselves. I'm done with him. Honestly, I'm considering getting Morgan just because she is against this thing. So you do have a path to victory in mind. Guess I was worried for nothing then. Then have you told Mash this place is going to turn into a battleground in a few days? What am I saying? Of course you have. She's as strong as the Tamlin after all. Oh, you just keep saying words that is digging your hole deeper. He's digging his grave deeper and deeper still. Good evening. It's so nice for you to visit me again. Not much, I'm afraid. Only that they are a fairy and they turned 16 this year, and they're destined to save Britain. Which obviously disqualifies Mash, because I'm pretty sure she was born in the year 2000. And again, it also disqualifies Castoria, since... Okay, I feel like there is some sort of translation error here. Completely and honest translation error. Because there is... Okay, so there is a translation error here. Because I'm pretty sure in JP this came out in 2016. That in JP the Lostbelts began in 2016 or whatever. So there's gotta be some sort of translation error here. So is 16 actually meant to be 19 for us, technically speaking? Yeah, Mash was born on July 25th, 2000. Faerie still obeyed her because she at least kept them safe from the calamities, but now... I've completely forgot to read. Not just that. Notice everyone in town seems to be afraid of the word calamity. No, not just them. Every fairy in town I visited on the way here is afraid of it. My understanding is that, as terrifying as Queen Morgan may be, Faerie still obeyed her, but at least she kept them from suffering calamities. But now... Sorry, I was distracted by reading more about Mash's profile. You're happy about this, Lord Boggart. I spoke his name. I had to drink to cleanse my mouth. No, 19. At least at the time of the incineration of everything, of the Lostbelt starting. But in actuality, that makes her 23. Which makes it her completely viable. Yep, completely viable. Unlike Castoria, who has officially been confirmed to be not there yet. So that's why she is going to now be stuck in the needs more development section of the waifu catalog. This thing is despicable, by the way. Treating MASH like this. Absolutely despicable. That's the whole situation in Sheffield. Boggart has 3,000 soldiers. Damn it, I keep speaking his name. $2,000 is Faerie militia and 300 humans. He's also gathering more forces even as we speak, so you'll probably want to make your move soon. So it would seem. Given the Queen only authorized Sheffield to assemble soldiers to turn against the northern fairies. Now you're telling me there are 5,000 armed rebels all in one place? It makes this the largest rebellion we've seen. Say it's owed largely to Lady Tristan crossing a line with her antics. Ever since New Darlington was built, countless fairies have been slaughtered for pure amusement. Now fairies from all across the British Isles are harboring doubt about Lady Tristan. And about High Queen Morgan for making her a Tamlin in the first place. You'll have to tell me, I'm painfully aware of that. We've still sworn loyalty to the High Queen. We can't be party to any of that nonsense. Right, sorry about that. It just slipped out. Sort out my payment. Very well, go on, pay him. He may have lost his standing, but is still a powerful leader from the Fang clan. Can easily defeat 1,000 soldiers on his own. Send word to Camelot to have Lady Gawain dispatched here on the double. About the Child of Prophecy. I'm pretty sure intel that valuable's worth something. That's a good one. They just captured another Child of Prophecy yesterday. This new one is even worth looking into. I'm sure Block just made her up. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to dismiss it, officer. That fairy there was telling the truth. I especially enjoyed the description of this Child of Prophecy. How did it go again? Black iron armor, huge shield, appears to be a girl of about 19. Black iron cylinder that made it just made you uneasy to look at. Oh, no. MASH, things keep getting worse for you. Get my attention now, tell me more. What's this girl's name? You do know her name, right? Honestly, I found it strange how you avoided mentioning just that part, even though you're here to sell Sintel. I mean, don't you think it's suspicious? It almost makes me think you're not telling us on purpose. Is that how it sounded to you? Sorry, but you're wrong. I didn't say it because I don't know it. Now, if you're not going to pay me anymore, I'll just be on my way. I want to get back to the South by tomorrow. Hey now, what's the rush? You came all this way after all. Come on, chat a spell with us. Don't worry, Winky. I'm sure it'll all come back to you soon enough. It's written all over your face. Oh, MASH, what kind of situation have you gotten yourself in? 1 quartz, 2 spells, 2 prisms, 2 hellfires. That is section 5. Section 6 is a shorter one. I'm going to try and get this done within the next hour I have, so let me really quickly pause the recording here if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you for watching this episode, and tomorrow the next one will be published. If you're watching this on Twitch, sorry for the weird little mini outro there.